Hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? Getting some stuff set up real quick because per usual I'm late. Hello, it's me. And pulling the chat up, I see we have some people over on Twitter via Periscope and over on YouTube. So let's go. As you can see, there's a burning building behind me because this is the meme format we're going with tonight. So this is not my typical background, but I thought it was hilarious. So here we are. How's everybody doing? I see we got a few people over on YouTube too. Let me move this stuff around really quick here and we'll get started. Some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. So welcome newbies. RC Scott, hey, what's up? Alana, hey Alana, what's up? Glad everybody's doing all right. Hey Billy over on Periscope. Mr. Bad Thought over on Periscope. Hey, what's up? For those of you who have never watched a stream before, if you are over on Periscope via Twitter, that's fine. Just know that the chats of Periscope are slightly delayed. So I do see your messages. They're just a minute or two delayed from what I see in my combination chat of YouTube and Periscope. So I see you. I see you here. Space Pirate Bug, what's up? RC Scott, I did get your email, and I'm glad to hear that everything went good. I'm glad my good vibes and my prayers worked out for you. I was happy to see that. I've been setting up a couple different podcasts with people, guys, so if you're sending me emails and I don't respond, I apologize. I have some other stuff going on, but I did see that. Hey, did I switch my background? Houston Burnside in the YouTube chat. What's up? What's up? It always takes me a couple minutes here, y'all, to get started here. So we can just do a short Q&A at the beginning here. And okay, cool. Alrighty. Mr. Beth thought, you sent good vibes, cringe, bro. RC Scott asked for prayers or good vibes. So I sent prayers. Other people sent good vibes. Spartacus, hey, what's up on YouTube? RC Scott, did you hear that new Gojira single? No, somebody mentioned it on my last stream, but I haven't listened to it yet. But I saw you said it was underwhelming. Okay, it appears that I got my background back here. Okay, cool. Tom Burp, Ray's best girl. All right, that's fucking blasphemy. That's not allowed in this chat. Banned. Just kidding. Tom Burp Periscope. No, I'm just kidding. I try not to ban people unless they're clearly just trolling and derailing conversation in the chat. RC Scott, how about Biden's pick for VP? I'll tell you what, it's like the Democrats are trying to lose. It's very strange. I don't personally get it, but So, some topics that I wanted to cover tonight, they might seem random, and I'm probably not going to talk about what you guys think I'm going to talk about. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about today is anime isn't real. So, for those of you who don't know, there is this sentiment, especially for people that really don't know anything about anime or that sort of entertainment, that really hate the character designs. And there's a character from a recent anime that is quite well endowed in the titty area. We'll just put it that way. And she is college age in the anime, and a bunch of angry people, by people, I mean women, were angry about her character design because they said it promoted pedophilia. And the reason why I said I was going to talk about anime isn't real, if you guys were on the last stream, somebody asked me to show anime titties, and I did. I watch anime. I just became a fan of those kinds of things in 2016, which is when I started cosplaying. And I don't know how else to explain to these people that anime isn't real. I know it's really sad that your waifu isn't real, but let's be honest, would you really like her if she was? That's why you like her, because she isn't real. So there are these people who treat fictional characters as if they're more than representations or just fictional characters. They treat them, and in many cases, these people treat anime characters and protect anime characters more than actual human beings that need to be defended from people. It's just very, very bizarre. And it never seems to be attractive people. I'm just going to come out and say it. It's never conventionally attractive or even moderately attractive people that are angry. It is always people that, one, are usually not fans, and two, if they are anime fans, they are these people that redraw Japanese artists to be westernized, and they completely ruin the art, which you would think if you're leftist it would be disrespectful to redraw a Japanese artist's art, but for some reason these people think it's okay and they're making it look better, when in reality they're just making a cute character look disgusting because they're threatened by fictional characters. And if you're threatened by fictional characters, you need help. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how else to frame that. If you're threatened by a fictional character and are more worried about how a fictional character is being portrayed than you are actual human beings, you need to get off social media because it's rotting your brain. Like, I don't know how else to describe that to you. It's, your brain is being completely rotted. You can no longer distinguish between fiction and reality. And I really do not know what to tell you. Like, I have no idea. I've talked about this before, both on Twitter and in live streams before, I believe, but I have unironically been told over the past few years since I've started cosplaying. For example, somebody just pointed out in the YouTube chat that, haha, nice anime profile picture on Twitter, dude. Yeah, people think that I'm an anime profile picture on Twitter, but really that's just a photo of me in cosplay. And it's fine. I always think it's really funny when people don't know that's me. It's not a big deal. But I dislike this notion that I cosplay because Spartacus in YouTube said, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that too. Yeah, a lot of people think it, and it's just kind of a meme between me and my followers at this point that people always assume I'm a man with a anime profile picture. It's not a big deal, it's funny, it's an inside joke. Every time someone says that, I'm just like, that's actually just a photo of me, thanks. but it's always really funny. But over the years, because of this whole anime is pedophilia somehow movement, and it's mostly leftists, cosplay has been associated with that, and I have unironically had people over the past 4 or 5 years tell me that because I'm cosplaying and I'm petite, I'm promoting pedophilia. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I've unironically been told that, and people have said that about me to other people, like over the past few years. And like I said with anime profile pictures, anime isn't real. So me cosplaying a fake character, I don't understand how that's anywhere near related to victimizing real children. And quite frankly, I think it's disgusting that anyone would even try to associate any cosplayer. Obviously, I don't do sexy cosplays. Like, I don't do like bikini cosplays. I don't do anything like that. Or like a lot of cosplayers just straight up have OnlyFans. That's not the kind of the cosplay I do. I have parents all the time tell me, oh cool, I can actually send my kid to your cosplay page. And no shade to anyone who does do that. It's just not my thing. My followers know that's not my thing. Anyone who's actually looked through my cosplay knows that's not my thing. So my cosplay isn't even sexual in nature. I don't do bikini cosplays and that kind of stuff. So for anyone to insinuate that someone who isn't even making a hobby sexual supports victimizing children is honestly fucking disgusting. It's very disgusting. And Tybent VT in YouTube says, love the contradiction of cosplay conservative. That's another thing that I get a lot, especially the past few years. I get people tweeting me all the time saying, oh, well, you claim to be conservative, but you cosplay. And anybody, you can go right now, go to the Twitter search bar, type in @_KenziePuff, and then type in the word trad, or type in the word conservative, or type in the word cosplay. I am not conservative. I regularly make fun of conservatives. I am not trad. My profile picture is me in a skin-tight bodysuit. I'm fully covered, but it's not exactly, a trad outfit. And I acknowledge that, but I have also openly made fun of trad people who say they're trad but aren't. But I've never said I'm trad, and in fact, trad people on Twitter do not like me just because I cosplay. I don't even do sexy cosplay, and if you think my cosplay is sexualized, I can point you to a few people who actually do sexualized cosplay, and you will laugh. Because you'll realize, oh, that's nowhere near what she's doing. But I don't know where this notion came from that I ever claimed to be conservative or trad. I guess not being a degenerate fucking communist makes me trad now, I guess. I don't know. Even though I make fun of trad people, and I think all these I'm gonna go homestead memes are dumb in the sense that nobody's ever gonna actually do that. If you want to do that and that's your dream, that's great, but that's not my dream. And a lot of people are just LARPing on Twitter saying that they're gonna go homestead and be a housewife, and they're not gonna do it. I guess maybe people think I'm trad because I do plan to quit my jobs when I have kids to raise kids and homeschool kids, and I'm very passionate about homeschooling. But I don't think that makes me trad. I think that should just be the default position, and that people should want to educate their own children. But that's just my opinion. That's not me saying I'm trad and you should be trad too. I mean, I can't be trad. I don't fuck black guys. So I don't know where that thinking came from that I call myself trad or that I have ever claimed to be trad. but that's not my thing. I don't LARP as trad on Twitter. I don't LARP as I don't have housewife in my bio. I don't call myself a housewife. Somebody the other day, I said, it's probably a good thing people apparently think cosplaying is my job, because they probably would have tried to get me fired already from some of my jobs, but cosplaying isn't my job. It's not, my main source of income. I have made a couple $1,000s in 6 years through random donations. It's not a living, it's a hobby, and sometimes people donate because they think it's cool. I don't promote myself in my cosplay tweets. My Ko-Fi, which is my donation link, is in my Twitter bio and my pinned tweet, but I'm not one of those people when I tweet out a cosplay, I'm like, and here's my donation link with every cosplay post. I'm not that kind of person. So if I was, I would probably actually be making money. And if I was doing half-naked cosplays, I would be making a lot more money. I mean, I'm not trying to brag here, but if I was actually half-naked, people would be throwing money at me. So, no, I'm just not that kind of person. So, to be connected to pedophilia and anime, and then to have people say, well, haha, you're not trad because you cosplay. No, I'm not trad because I'm not fucking trad, and I've never said I'm trad, except as a joke. I think one time I tweeted out a bowl of ramen noodles and said, who's ready for their trad meal? Like, is it because I post pictures of food that I cook sometimes? Like, is that why people think I'm trad? I'm sorry, I thought everyone knows how to fucking cook. It's a basic life skill. Maybe you should get it together. That doesn't mean I'm trad or claiming to be trad. It's just very silly. I don't understand it. And I tweeted this out earlier, but a lot of people ask me to address some things on this stream. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. People ask me to address things that have been said about me, screenshots that I've been tagged in and sent tonight, and I'm not gonna fucking do it, because as you guys know, one of my things that I'm constantly saying is don't apologize to the mob. And don't apologize to the mob isn't just when people are trying to cancel you, it's also when people are trying to get your attention and they desperately want it. And there are certain people who desperately want my attention and they're not getting it. I have better things to do. I have more pressing things to talk about, like a father having to pay $5,000 fucking dollars to chemically castrate his own son per a court order. That's a little more important to me to talk about than people shit talking me on Twitter. And I just seethe more. Like, I'm not talking about that. I know everybody loves drama and wants me to talk about those things, and this was called Scorched Earth, but like, it's just a meme, guys. Like, I'm not gonna address people who are purposefully disingenuous, people who know my positions. Over the past 24 hours, I was called a pedophile supporter, a racist, a race realist, a whore, a pick-me, and various other things. Oh, a transphobe. I don't give a fuck. People who want to believe that you're a nasty person, people who want to believe things about you that aren't true and paint you as a bad person are going to do so whether you give them attention and talk about it or not. And I'm not addressing any of that because it's not true, and anyone who takes more than 2 seconds and looks at my Twitter knows that, and a lot of the people saying things know that as well. And they're purposefully painting a nasty picture of me because they don't like me. And I don't need everybody to like me on Twitter. If I needed everyone to like me on Twitter, I would probably have offed myself by now. But my validation and my life worth does not come from my Twitter. Twitter is not my job. I just tweet shit and people like it, so I happen to have 20,000 followers. The cosplay helps. People like cosplay. Because, people say, well, people only follow you because you're a woman. Yeah, what about it? Is that supposed to be insulting to me? I tweet at least once a month that a main reason that I have a following on Twitter is because I am a woman who's not terrible looking and I'm not a giant leftist. That's all you have to do to gain Twitter followers as a woman. And hell, I mean, there's a plenty of leftist women with huge followings too. You just be a woman and exist on the internet. If you guys changed your picture to a woman, you would instantly start getting more followers because people associate that, especially men, with takes that they like. Men want and like to see women agreeing with them, or at least that aren't insane on some issues. But the problem is, I have openly said that I have a following because of my cosplay largely, and because I'm a woman. I admit that. I have no problem with that. I have a platform and I'm going to use it to talk about what I want to talk about. And I don't really care if that bothers people. And I don't really care if people think, oh, well, she only has followers because she's a woman. What about it? Okay, but I have them. And because I have a platform, I'm going to talk about things that I care about. And I have a brother, I have an uncle, I have a husband, I have a father, I have a nephew that I care about that are men in my life. And if it bothers you that I'm talking about issues that men care about, not because I want to be picked by them, but because I have men in my life, then you're the bad person, not me. I don't know what more to say about it. I get messages, which I've posted with names blocked out, of men desperately messaging me, emailing me, telling me that they feel like no one's talking about their issues, and it's refreshing to see a woman who isn't speaking for men. Because I constantly say, don't take my advice. It's not my place to tell men what to do. It's not my place to tell a man how to be a man. And I genuinely believe that. But I'm also not going to sit by and watch our culture destroy everything men stand for historically and keep my mouth shut because of crabs in a fucking bucket. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to back down, and I'm not going to take a bunch of screen caps and post them and try to roast people who have genuinely called me some disgusting fucking things over the past 24 hours. Because I'm not that petty of a person, and I don't actually care to address those people because they want that attention. So this will be the only thing that I'm saying about this. I just want y'all to know that if you take more than 5 seconds to look at my Twitter, it's very obvious that I'm doing things because I genuinely care, because I have men in my life. I'm not sure if people don't. There are people that don't have a single man in their life. I don't know what the deal is. But in no way should a woman saying boys are not defective girls or men should be allowed to have preferences, in no way should any of that bother you, unless you don't believe those things are true. In which case, we fundamentally disagree and we're just going to have to disagree. But I'm not going to go out of my way to call you nasty things because of it. I'm past that phase on Twitter where I'm constantly, arguing with people who, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter. I didn't make a Twitter in 2009 when I was a freshman in fucking high school with the intent of growing an audience. I used to tweet out rap lyrics, guys. I used to tweet out, going to get my hair done today with a selfie. Like, I was in high school when I created this account. I didn't grow this platform. I've actually talked about this. My Facebook has 20-something thousand followers, my cosplay Facebook at least. My Liberty page has 6,000 something followers. My Instagram has like 4,000 followers. And I have actively tried to grow those platforms. Twitter is just a place I say whatever I want to say. And sometimes it's going to make people mad. Sometimes people are going to have a great time and laugh and agree with it, but it's not a place where I don't get on Twitter every morning and think, okay, how can I get more followers today? It's never been my intention. My Twitter isn't even on my business cards for cosplay that I carry around at conventions, because I just genuinely don't care if people follow me here. Yeah. It just, there's just people that aren't worth it. And I also found out there's this sentiment online, and I find it disgusting, that if you haven't had, allegedly haven't had, I should say, terrible things happen to you or things happen in your life, then you're privileged. And that's not even true. You know, I could sit here, I'm adopted, guys. Like, I could sit here, and I don't even talk about the fact that I'm adopted really that much on Twitter. But if I wanted to, I could sit here for the next 30 minutes and lament to you about all the things I've been through in my life that were traumatic, and all the things that have happened to me, and, you know, I'm adopted, and this and that, and wah. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't want to be viewed as a victim my whole life. It's why I never cared about politics until 2015, when I got involved with Young Americans for Liberty. Because politics to me was just a bunch of fucking people arguing over who was more oppressed. Conservatives do it, leftists do it, even some libertarians do it. And I wasn't interested in politics because of that. I still largely stay away from mainstream politics these days because I'm not interested in that. I talk about social issues a lot, but I'm not interested in that. And I have an entire video on my YouTube channel called Victimhood as a Virtue, where I talk about how disgusting it is. It's, I think, almost a year-old video at this point, too. I uploaded it quite a bit ago, but I'm keeping it up because, sadly, it's still fucking relevant. I made a video called Victimhood as a Virtue, I believe it's called, where I talk about how disgusting it is to see conservatives and libertarians playing the fucking victim and trying to say, well, you guys aren't oppressed, I'm oppressed, here's why, blah, 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 blah. I went through all these things in my life and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't fucking matter. People go through really terrible shit in their lives. A lot of people. And guess what? The reason why I talk about the importance of family, the importance of culture, which libertarians are stupid about, which they need to be better on. The reason I talk about the things that I talk about is because I care about those people that have genuinely shitty lives and had genuinely shitty fucking childhoods. I am friends with a lot of people who didn't get to grow up with a dad that was willing to work 3 fucking jobs to put his kids through school like my dad did. I know people like that. Directly. It's not just on social media. I know people in real life, have interacted with people at anime conventions, it just doesn't make sense. If you went through shitty things in life, I'm sorry, but just because someone else doesn't constantly talk about the terrible fucking things legitimately that have happened to him or her in her childhood does not mean that they're privileged. It means they're fucking normal. What happened to that being normal? Why is it normal to have a fucked up childhood? What the fuck? That's why I talk about the things I fucking talk about. To help people in the future not have to be on Twitter talking about how shitty their fucking family was to them. Or their extended family. Or some random person. That's why. It's not because I want Twitter clout. It's because I genuinely fucking care. And I want to live in a world where nobody can even use a victimization that they went through as Twitter clout. Because they don't have one. Because everyone's normal and we live stable fucking lives and we have stable families and our culture is fucking stable again. What is so wrong about that? So the next time you look at someone who isn't constantly talking about tough shit that they went through in public, airing out their fucking dirty laundry on Twitter, it's me. The next time you're like, wow, why doesn't Mackenzie ever talk about her childhood? I bet it was all sunshines and fucking daisies. No. But I want everyone's childhood to be that. Is it realistic? Maybe not. But are we not even gonna fucking try to get there? Are we not gonna try to get to the fucking point where there isn't any victimizing to bitch about or to wallow in? Is that not the point we all want to get to? Or do we all just want to drag everyone else down with us? The choice is yours. I've made my choice. I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm going to continue to talk about the things that I talk about in hopes that eventually culture at large doesn't look at that and say, that person's privileged, that person's normal. We should make sure everyone has that kind of life because they deserve it, because they're a fucking human being with dignity. End of rant. I just don't know what else to say about that. I would hope that everyone agrees with me on that. And if you don't agree with me on that, and you think instead that we should kowtow to people that are victims instead of finding ways to lift them up and help them get over their childhood trauma that they went through, or get over their parents hitting them, get over their family treating them like shit. If you don't think that as a culture we should help people get over that instead of pointing the finger at people that didn't have that kind of childhood and going, well, you were just privileged, something's wrong with you. Legitimately. Like, something is wrong with you. You need help. That's not a normal mentality to have. When I look at someone that had a better life than me, I say, wow, I wonder what they did differently than me. What did I go through that I need to process so that I can become more like them? I don't immediately think, oh, that person has more than me. I wish I wouldn't have gone through what I went through. Oh, well, I guess they're just a shitty person. No, that's not how normal people think. If we're not all here aiming to better culture at large so that people don't have to go through shit, and I mean everybody has to go through shit, what are we even doing? What are we doing here on this earth? If not to better culture at large instead of tearing everyone else down. I just genuinely don't understand. There's been multiple times in the past 48 hours, in the past week, in the past year, that I could have put people on fucking blast. But I didn't. Because that's not the kind of person I am. Especially not now. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. But now, no. That's not what I think I'm on this earth to do. And if that's what you think you're on earth to do, that's fine. But just know, when it comes down to it, we are diametrically opposed philosophically, and I know that you're coming for me and my family, and I'm prepared. Because our worldviews are very, very different. That's okay that they're different, but our worldviews are different, and you just need to accept that. And it's not my responsibility to comfort people. I'm just trying to make it so that there aren't any more people to comfort. For anyone to comfort. That's the fucking goal. People are always going to have to go through hardships, but we can limit the pain that they have to go through. And if you don't want to do that and you'd rather wallow in yours, that's cool. But don't take it out on anybody else. Because that's not fair. And you're just dragging everybody else down with you instead of lifting people up, is essentially what it comes down to. Now I know this is the comfy stream, but we're getting a little unfucking comfy tonight because I'm tired of seeing this victim fucking bullshit. I'm tired of seeing people shit on anybody that has a better life than them. Or a perceived better life. Because that person might not even have a better life. You don't know. This is Twitter, man. It's just fucked up. It really is. I genuinely do not understand that mentality. It's disgusting. And I don't care what political side of the spectrum you come from. I don't care if you're fucking libertarian, conservative, leftist, Democrat, liberal, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. If you are the kind of person that's doing that, because there are people of all sizes, shapes, and stripes that are doing this shit and that are wanting to be victims and dragging everybody else down with them, that's fine. You need to realize, yes, you were a victim. Yes, you were hurt. You need to better yourself and then help somebody else that went through shit too. That's what you need to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Alana in YouTube chat said, right, and we can help them move on and heal from that hardship. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Exactly. Spartacus, aren't the people who chase victimhood pushing for victim privilege? Yeah, they tend to be those people. Tom on YouTube, going through shit but surviving sort of makes you more privileged than someone who hasn't. You have the privilege of a greater complexity of understanding. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could view it that way. Spartacus, off topic, Twitter suspended Ian Miles Chong. Oh, wow, I'm so fucking sad that someone that's attacked me and doxed people got suspended from Twitter. Okay. Like, what about it? Ian is a grifting piece of shit that has talked shit about me behind a block for over a year. And he's doxed people and swatted people's houses. So, no, I don't really care if he got suspended from Twitter. RC Scott. Off topic as well. Is that an Ibanez 7 string in the background? Yeah, that's my husband's. All that stuff. There's an amp and stuff back there and a couple guitars. None of that's mine. This is my husband's office that I stream in, so. Yeah, I've had Ian blocked for a long time because I don't associate with people who dox people. Because I've been doxed, I'm not going to take that chance. So, if people can follow and like whoever they want to like, that's fine. I don't associate with people like that. And I've never even publicly talked bad about the dude until now. I just warned people that he doxed people, and he talked massive shit about me and tried to call me some 36-year-old cosplayer and was shit talking me without tagging me, of course, because I had him blocked and he was mad about it. And the only reason I saw any of this is because some of my followers screenshotted it and sent it to me. Yeah, I don't care that he was suspended from Twitter. I'm not gonna do hashtag free Ian. I don't really care. I'm not saying it's, good or a bad thing. Draw your own conclusions, but $36 more like 46. Oh yeah, I'm a 40. No, I think I said I was a 52-year-old boomer named John. That's my, really, I'm not real. What you're seeing right now is like a VTuber situation. I am actually a 56-year-old man named John, and that's why I like 70s and 80s music. Okay, boomer. Yep, that's me. That's me. Yes. And also, I'm 400 pounds. RC Scott, how can I avoid being doxxed if I just decided to join Twitter? Don't use your real name. Use an alias. Don't use a picture of yourself. People are going to make fun of you. It's fine. I'm completely cool with Anon accounts. I know a lot of people shit on anime profile pictures and Anon accounts. That's dumb. In this age, you can't expect everyone to be willing to put their image out there, and I see nothing wrong. Like, if you want to be anonymous, be anonymous. Also, when you create a Twitter account, sometimes it forces you to put in a phone number. An easy way to get around that is to create a free Google Voice number, and you can say the number is from somewhere completely across the United States, and then people won't be able to find you via your phone number. But like Zoid just said in the YouTube chat, dumb to go on Twitter yourself, dumber to make fun of anime girls. Yeah. Zoid said, it's difficult not to get doxxed. A popular YouTuber was doxxed by The Guardian despite being anonymous. Yeah, I mean, you're never going to be fully anonymous online. It's going to be hard to avoid being doxxed. And if you're worried about that and you're not willing to put yourself out there just in case, don't get on Twitter. Don't chance it. It's not worth it if you're really that worried about it. There are steps you can take to help that. You can use a VPN, anything like that, but yeah, if you're going to be an anime profile picture, make sure your anime profile picture has huge titties. That's rule number 1. RC Scott, as a writer, shouldn't I be verified? Good luck getting verified on Twitter. It's not as easy to get verified on Twitter as it used to be. They kind of just anoint people with check marks. You used to be able to apply for a check mark if you were a musician or somebody that was being parodied a lot, but that's shut down. You can't do that anymore. They kind of just anoint blue checks on whoever they want to, usually left-leaning people nowadays. There are people with blue checks that I know have had their blue checks for quite a while that are not left-leaning, but that's usually because they applied to be a blue check before Twitter had the rule of you can't email them. Like someone says, be like Malix, no check mark. Yeah, I don't want a blue check mark at this point. Like, it's kind of easy for people to see that this is my real account because I can go live at any time and be like, hey guys, like, it's me. This is my real account. There's that parody account floating around or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, Malice has a blue check mark, doesn't he? Yeah, Malice has a blue check. But Michael's an author, so it's a little bit easier for people who write books and that sort of thing, who for them to get verified. Hey Neil, I already went on my rants, so we're just kind of talking about whatever we want to talk about right now. Steven and YouTube. I hate the thought of being verified to be it YouTube, Twitter, even some alts like mine's Parler or BitChute. Yeah, I don't know. Are you crashing my stream again? No simping. No, you can only simp for synth, guys. Someone said, if it's simp bashing, I think It's a Gundam is covered for that topic or the quartering. They'll let us know. Yeah. It's a Gundam follows me on Twitter too. He's a cool dude. He's hilarious. Can I have some of that? Oh. Thank you. Stay hydrated, kings. So I'm going to be on here for like 10 more minutes, guys. So if you have any questions or stories that you want to address, let me know.
Talk about the drama.
Talk about the drama. Learn how, oh, you say we shouldn't, wait, where'd it go? I lost the, oh. Learn how, oh, you say we shouldn't pay attention to what women say in regards to dating, but yet you say that men should not date women above 25. Congratulations, that's the fucking joke.
Okay, if you won't listen to a woman say it, you shouldn't date men, or well, you shouldn't date
Well,
men over 25.
don't date men over 25.
If you're a man, don't date men. But if you're a woman, or, god damn.
Can you speak?
No, I can't. If you're trying to date, don't date women over 25. I'm a man. I can say it.
Okay.
There you go.
My husband writes my tweets, confirmed.
Well, that and the autism.
Oh, it's okay. It's just the fluoride in the water that we just drank. Someone said, husband, no do words good. He's dyslexic. Leave him alone. Stop being ableist. He's making punching. I disagree with your husband. I would date Gillian Anderson. No, you wouldn't. You would fuck her. Don't lie.
Same.
I mean, I saw those nips. Are we objectifying women now? I like your tweets. It just seems weird. How? And it doesn't seem like you do like my tweets, actually. Seems like you're very confused. Spartacus, I have a question. Anyone else on Twitter you dislike? What do you mean else? I don't think I've talked about people I dislike on Twitter. It's not city water. Spartacus said, all right, you got me. I mean, that's fine. John said, my girl's 24. Okay, but aren't you engaged? Okay, it just seemed weird. Well, what about that was weird? You missed my whole rant about it. Sorry, Space Pirate Bug said, question, have you ever ridden a motorcycle? Yeah, I have. A lot of people in my family, Well, so context, I grew up going to classic car shows, so there were a lot of bikers at those. So my grandpa and my uncle both had motorcycles. So yes, I've ridden a motorcycle. Not by myself. I can't hold a motorcycle up. But, and I mean like Harley Davidsons, that sort of thing. I don't mean crotch rockets. I mean real motorcycles. John, if I have a degree in national security, does that make me a national security expert? No, your degree's meaningless. Okay, learn how. Oh, said, well, you said we should not pay attention to what women say, yet you gave advice about we should not date. What? You gave some advice about what? About we should not date women above 25. Was it a joke? Am I just being dumb? Well, I mean, I can't like read what you're saying, so maybe a little bit. Are you telling me to be nice?
I can't speak either.
Oh, my husband said I need to be nice to you about your typing because he cannot speak either. That's fair. Okay, you said we shouldn't pay attention to what women say, yet you gave some advice about we should not date women above 25. Is it this a joke? Am I just being dumb? So, I don't know how long you've been following me on Twitter, but I tweet don't date women over 25 once a year, specifically because people get really mad about it. And I'm making the point that there is a stigma about men dating women 18 to 25 when those are fucking adults. So I'm 26. When I was 24, I wasn't not an adult. I've dated my husband since we were 18. Like, I wasn't not a fucking adult. And if other people want to say that they have baby brains and that until they're 25 their brain is fucking mush, in which case I hope you're not having sex until you're 25, then that's fine if you want to say that. But I personally believe that women are human beings and that women have brains and that women are responsible for their own decisions and that it's okay to date a woman that's 18 to 25. Yeah, here's the thing. People are saying, no, it's not a joke, it's not a joke. Yeah, I do generally think that dating people when you're younger, like I just said, my husband and I have been together since we were 18. I generally think that's better. I also, however, think that men are demonized for dating younger women when men are naturally attracted to younger women. I'm talking about 18 to 25 because they can have children. I don't mean to trigger anyone, and if you don't want to have kids, that's none of my business. If you're a dude and you don't care about having kids, also none of my business, but that is a factor in attraction. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Gamerham Sarah said, if being an adult's all you care about, you might be missing the point. It's perfectly fine if you're mature, but it's rare. Like I said, I personally view myself as a human being. If other women don't view themselves as human beings that can take and make responsible decisions for themselves, that's on them. But I view people as human beings, personally. And it was really funny to watch people who are constantly talking about female empowerment shit on me for saying people are adults when they're in their 20s. Zoidberg said, my great-grandfather was fighting in France in 1915 when he was 14. We infantilize people far too much. I mean, there's definitely some infantilization going on. Actually, I don't want to get into that. Spartacus on YouTube said, Men are demonized for dating younger, and women are demonized for dating for money and status. But I worked hard for my position for women. I couldn't have had my job in my 20s. That's the thing, especially with millennial people. A lot of millennial guys don't have the same opportunities people did when they might have been younger. I don't think it's weird for a guy in his 30s to date a woman in her 20s. That's really fucking weird that you guys think that's weird. I don't know why people are acting like I'm the weird one. I truly don't understand that. Well, I do understand it because, like I made a tweet earlier, men aren't allowed to like thin, young, short, petite, whatever women. Men aren't allowed to have preferences. If men have preferences, it's creepy, blah, 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 blah. And like RC Scott said in the YouTube chat, I know people in their 40s who don't act like adults. If you want to make the argument that people in their 20s aren't mature enough to do anything, I know some fucking 40 and 50-year-olds that probably should have never done a lot of things that they've done in their life then. So that's just not an argument. Like, it's just not. And the reason why I tweeted out the don't date women over 25 thing is because earlier that day I tweeted out that men aren't allowed to have preferences. And immediately the reaction to that tweet was, this is creepy, blah, 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 blah. And you guys just proved my point. And it happens every time I tweet it. Every time. Every time I've tweeted it. That's not a new tweet. If you're a new follower, I have tweeted that. You can search my @name and search don't date women over 25. I've tweeted it multiple times. And every time people get mad. I hope someday I can tweet that men can date women in their 20s and people don't get mad. It's just silly. Like Spartacus said, men get shamed for dating younger and women get demonized for dating people for money or status. There's literally nothing wrong with a woman dating a dude because she feels secure financially and wants to build a family with that person. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I genuinely don't think there's anything weird about dating people in their 20s. Hey Jim Jesus, what's up? No super chats, Lissad. Yeah, I have a Ko-Fi, but I don't have super chats enabled because I don't have a I don't have the ability to do that yet. I don't have enough watched hours yet on my YouTube channel to enable super chats. Also, and here, I want to point this out to you guys. If you read a tweet that says don't date women over 25 and you think that that's me telling people to date children, you're the weird one, not me. Why the fuck would me, who constantly talks about dangers of single parenthood because of pedophilia, constantly talks about pedophile elites running our country, constantly talks about how we need to homeschool kids to keep them safe from fucking violence, why the fuck would that tweet mean to date children? If you thought that, you either have an IQ of 12 or you're disingenuously trying to make it seem like I'm saying something I'm not because you're angry. Something's weird with you. RC Scott, are you a mean drunk? I've only been drunk a handful of times because I don't really drink that much, but no. I'm very goofy and giggly when I'm drunk. It's weird. Usually I'm more shy in social situations, but I'm not when I'm drunk. I'm not a mean drunk, no. Apparently I'm just mean normal, so I guess drunk mellows me out? I don't know. Civilitarian on Periscope says, I thought that tweet was saying don't date over 25 because something's clearly wrong with that woman. No, I mean, I would advise dating a woman who's younger, but like if you want to fuck Gillian Anderson who just turned 52, go do it. Also, like someone pointed out, like somebody pointed out, I also told everyone not to take advice from women, and I genuinely believe that. So the fact that a bunch of dudes were responding to me like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Stop asking me for advice. The fact that you guys are even taking that tweet seriously, even though I've tweeted it 3 times, is stupid. Spartacus on YouTube, you ever do a drunk stream? I like to see silly. No, that's not appropriate. I'm married. Not really interested in being drunk in in front of a bunch of strangers. No offense. Like, no offense to you guys, but that's just not appropriate. Jim Jesus, drink for flavor gang. Yeah, I am okay with whiskey and girly drinks, like grape flavored shit, orange flavored shit, stuff like that. I don't like seltzer stuff, but looked like you wanted to say drunk in front of a bunch of strippers. No. Someone said, what do you do when you're drunk? Nothing, but like when you're drunk, you're impaired and you say shit that you don't normally say when you're drunk a lot of the times. So why would I live stream myself intoxicated? That's dumb. Why would I do that? That's so cringy. Ew. You mix seltzer and cheap whiskey? Stop. Ugh. Gem Jesus, gotta get back to work. Have a good stream. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Someone said, we must help Mac by not listening to her. I mean, I don't need your help, but okay. Neil, in your covenant community, what would be your policy on alcohol? Well, I have childhood trauma involving drunk driving, so I'm not really a fan of drinking. I usually only drink if I'm like with my husband, or sometimes we have friends in other states come into town, and on that rare occasion I'll usually get drunk. But what would my policy be on alcohol? I wouldn't have a problem with people drinking it, but I generally think it's just not really a good thing. So I definitely wouldn't encourage people in a covenant community that I was personally running to get so intoxicated that they were drunken and disorderly.
We would ban alcohol but give everybody free roids so they can be.
Oh my god. My husband said the ideal policy would be to ban alcohol but give everyone roids so that they would be really jacked.
So many gains.
All the gains. Someone said, what about marijuana? I've never smoked marijuana. Marijuana lowers your T?
Yeah, it does.
Really?
Yeah. Prolonged use.
Huh. Hemorrhoids? No, dumbass. Steroids. Yeah. Everybody's gonna get fucking crisp and wad in my covenant community because they're all on steroids. Sounds like a terrible idea. I've never smoked marijuana. I know people that do, and obviously I'm a fucking libertarian. I've been to libertarian conferences. I have been around people that smoke marijuana. I don't really have a problem with it. I don't really like to be around anybody that's any kind of altered states. That's just like not my thing. Shadow Warden 99. Last time I got drunk was my post indoctrinate Fernando, a libertarian who hasn't smoked weed. Yeah, I know that's kind of hard to believe, but I've never smoked cigarettes or weed or anything else. It's just not my thing. It's never really been my thing. I think because of my experience with alcohol as a kid and drunk driving, I've just never been into any substance that alters my brain state. And I've only been like drunk, like enough to be hungover a handful of times in my life. So I don't enjoy coffee. When I get coffee, it's like the girly vanilla sweet sugar drinks. I'm not a fan of coffee. Neil said, I'm square as a Mormon, never drank, smoked, or drank coffee. No biggie. Accuracy 158. I've never gotten drunk. I'm 30. Okay, based. RC Scott said, I'm a tea drinker. I've never really been able to get into tea. Somebody asked me another question. Okay. Shadow Warden 99 on YouTube said, last time I got drunk was my post-indoctrination center party. The hangover scarred me so badly that I vomit to the smell. Yeah. I've been pukey hangover drunk once, I think. Only once, I think. One of the times that I was very, very hungover in my life, I was at Anime Midwest because my husband and his friends play card games, and there was a tournament and an anime convention in the same convention center, so I went in cosplay, and we went out afterwards, and we went to a panel where they were drinking whiskey and you took a bunch of shots. So I mean, you see my size. I also have a very low tolerance for alcohol because I don't drink often at all. So I took 5 or 6 shots of whiskey, I think. Maybe 7, but like big shots. When I'm saying shots, I mean shots that another drunk person poured. And I was very drunk. The bathrooms in the convention center were wall-to-wall mirrors, and my husband had to come into the bathroom and be like, are you good? Because I was just staring at myself in the mirror trying to find out like where the toilet was. I'm told this, I don't remember this. I was like trying to swim in the fountain at the convention center in cosplay, and I was very hungover the next day. I didn't get sick, praise God, but my husband and one of our friends went to get me a McMuffin to get like greasy food in me to soak up the alcohol the next day, because we were up till like 3 a.m. and had to be up at 7 so I could start getting into cosplay. And thank God I was cosplaying a Yu-Gi-Oh card that's actually a ghost character, and she has white hair. And some girl asked me that day when I was walking around the con, she's like, how'd you get your makeup so good? Like, you really look dead. And I was like, I'm hungover. So apparently the key to cosplaying a ghost is to get, drunk and then be hungover the next day. But that was not a fun experience. Not at all. Weeaboo on Periscope. What's your favorite alcohol? I like peach schnapps. It's my favorite. Probably peach schnapps, Four Roses whiskey, but then I also enjoy stuff like, I think it's Jack Daniels has these coolers that are like black cherry flavored. Those are pretty good. I told you I like girly stuff most of the time. Steven in YouTube said, I was home on leave from the army, got blackout drunk, and I was greeted by my youngest brother and one of my cousins in the morning, screaming their lungs out to agitate my hangover. Oh. Yeah, I don't like the feeling of being in an altered state. Gabraham sandwich. How do you feel about cinnamon Fireball whiskey? I don't like it at all. My dad actually really likes Fireball. It's hilarious. My dad makes homemade schnapps, and he makes cinnamon schnapps in the winter, and it's really good. So if I'm going to drink cinnamon alcohol, it's going to be my dad's homemade cinnamon schnapps. It's perfect for fall and winter. It's really, really good. But I'm not really a fan of Fireball whiskey. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It does have that syrupy taste. It's, I don't know. Like I said, if I'm going to drink cinnamon, I'll just drink homemade cinnamon schnapps. Shadow Warning. I don't get why people drink chocolate wine. Tastes like chocolate milk with the wine aftertaste. I don't like wine. My brother did get me this bottle of peach wine that was okay, but I don't really like the aftertaste of wine. I don't know, maybe when I hit 35, I'll just suddenly decide to like wine. It seems to be how that works. Scrub Agenda on YouTube said, reply to altered state, agree completely. I've been tipsy or drunk a couple times and high a couple times, and neither did anything for me. I'm sort of curious about hallucinogens though. Yeah, I'm not really a socializing person, and I feel like drinking and smoking are a thing that are really fun if you're socializing a lot or like at a party, but that freaks me out, especially to be in an altered state around a bunch of different other people. I don't know. It's just not really my thing. Like I said, unless I'm with a bunch of friends, but even then it's pretty rare for me to get drunk. I'll have like a couple beers. Well, for me, that'd be drunk. I'll have one beer. AK-12. I drank at my old job thanks to a negative coworker so much that I couldn't even stand up straight without falling over. Glad I cut off all ties with him. Jesus Christ! Nix in the YouTube chat said, wine is for the elites, just drink beer. I don't really like beer either, though. I'm not a beer person. Like I said, I like fruity shit, schnapps, and whiskey. That's pretty much it. R.C. Scott. I used to date a girl whose father was a rabbi. One night she gave me 2 huge jugs of blackberry wine. Best drunk I ever had. Oh, but what, did you have a wine hangover? Because I hear wine hangovers are the worst. Alright guys, I'm going to hop off of here in a few minutes. So if you have any final questions for me, get them in now. Space Pirate Boog said, I forgot to ask if Hog accepted your glasses challenge. So for those of you who don't know, last live stream, I challenged David Hogg to an arm wrestling match because he has the same glasses as me. And I had them first, and they're mine. And it bugs me. He has not accepted my challenge, though. Steven, have a good night, Mac. Pleasure to join you each night for my first stream via your channel. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate it. Everybody, I know I have had a lot of new people. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys. This is pretty much how streams are. Sometimes I'll have a topic. Sometimes we'll just hang out and chat about current events. That's how it is. So, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Spartacus. Okay, last question. Have you painted those Zero Suit blasters yet? No, and I only have one. I don't have two. Whoops. I haven't painted them yet. I haven't even sanded them yet. Neil, are you looking to buy any more Ludwig von Mises books? I own most of them. I'm actually looking into buying some more Hans Hermann Hoppe books because, contrary to popular belief, I haven't read them all. I've only read a few of his books, and I would like to read all of them. So I'm going to work my way through his works. Currently, that's the plan. Abraham Sandwich. I think he has the same arms as you. Yeah, I think I could take him. I don't know. I think I could take David Hogg on. I'm not going to lie. Elfin Light is really good. Yeah, it's. I think you would like it, RC. It's gory, but I feel like you would like it. It's pretty good. RC Scott said Hellsing Ultimate's really good. 6 episodes in right now. Yeah, that seems like something you would like too. Black Lagoon is really good. I really enjoyed Black Lagoon. Yeah, I like that. I like that anime a lot. Neil said, I don't have time to watch anime right now. I'm too busy reading Rothbard and Hoppa. I've been kind of alternating between binge watching One Piece. I haven't been reading as much. I really want to get back to reading before bed. Joshua H on YouTube said, I generally don't like anime and manga, but Black Lagoon is really good. Yeah. Scrub Agenda said, just caught up on reading Berserk and now I get to wait with everyone else. The slap was great though. Oh god. Spartacus, the theme song makes me want to play DDR. RC Scott. I love DDR. DDR is my shit. I still have my PS2, but my DDR mat is screwed up. I gotta get a different one, but they're so expensive because it's like nostalgia bait now. DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. Look it up, kids. Back in my day, we played Dance Dance Revolution. Gabraham Sandwich. I swear you like Hunter x Hunter as much as you apparently do. Does it pick up? Gabraham Sandwich, if you're going to talk shit in my fucking YouTube chat about Hunter x Hunter, leave! If you don't like Hunter x Hunter, your taste in anime is trash. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. What part are you at? And don't fucking say season. There are no seasons of Hunter x Hunter or One Piece. There are arcs. What arc are you in? Probably the fucking Kurapika one. Season 1. There are no seasons! Blonde Sasuke, BTFO, there are no seasons of Hunter x Hunter! I'm so triggered right now. I'm adding that to my Covenant Community chopper list. Yes. Oh my god. M. Gabriel, your taste is trash, says the Azuka Twitter woman. You can't even fucking spell the name of the character that you're attempting to insult me for. My mic is peaking. Is it okay now? Is it because I was screaming into it? Because I was breathing? I just asked why you thought it was good. Why do I think it's good? The character development is amazing. If you can't at least get to the Chimera Ant arc, don't fucking talk to me. Come back, and if you watch that and you think that's trash, don't ever fucking talk to me again. That's all I have to say about that. Steven said, LOL, I love how animes these days are using seasons in their naming schemes or that like SAO2 or Overlord. Yeah. Sorry, RC Scott. I'm sorry I screamed into your ears. But sorry. That needed to be screeched over. I just asked why he thought it was good. I'm dying. Fernando said, some of you guys are definitely getting physically removed from the covenant. Yeah. Abraham Sanders said, it was getting a little too Chunin exam for me and I just never picked it back up. Are you fucking telling me that you didn't even get past the Hunter exam? Is that what you're telling me right now? You didn't even get past the Hunter exam? Also, don't compare it to Naruto, you piece of shit. Don't fucking compare Hunter x Hunter to Naruto right now. Jesus Christ. Blonde Sasuke. Kurapika is blonde Sasuke, though. Literally. He is. He's more bangable.
Put a skirt on him, that's a girl.
Yeah, Kurapika would make a better femboy. Learn how, do you lift weights? Does it look to you like I lift weights? Is that a serious question? Get out of here. I lift weights like David Hogg lifts weights.
Kenzie is not Dial.
I'm not a what?
Dial. D-Y-L-E.
Do you even lift?
D-Y-E-L.
Do you even lift, bro? Yeah, I lift weights in between seasons of Hunter x Hunter. Joshua, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What?
Not you. Do you even lift, bro? Someone said they call it teeth pick training. I know David Hogg doesn't lift weights. That's the joke. You saw your... Oh, Learn How said, you saw my tweets about losing weight, so I was just wondering. No, I haven't started exercising yet. I'm fasting. I started with intermittent, and then I went to 1 meal a day. I've been 1 meal a day since the end of March, I think. And I'm down 20 pounds. So... I have not lifted yet. I do plan to start lifting weights once I cut to my goal weight. Once I hit my goal weight, I do plan on doing weight training. Obviously not very heavy weight training, but it's a start. Turner on YouTube said, I've been doing OMAD as well. Lost 15 pounds over 2 months. Nice. Neil said, when are you going to reach the Zero Suit Samus bod? Probably never, because I feel if Samus was real, she's definitely on roids, because she's canonically 6'2", 250. According to some sources. Learn how, OMAD's great, but lifting weights while on it takes a while to get used to. When I'm lifting weights, I'm not going to be on OMAD. I'm going to go to counting calories and eating meals again. I'm not going to be OMAD and lift weights. I'm not going to lift fasted. Neil, but you can at least turn into a ball, right? Yes, I can roll myself into a ball. Joshua H. said, serious? Do you notice any cognitive focus difference when intermittent fasting? Yeah, no, I'm serious. I've been 1 meal a day since the end of March. To be honest with you, I haven't really noticed any cognitive differences, but I could just be retarded. A lot of people that I talk to notice cognitive differences. My husband's been fasting. He fasts a lot longer than I do. He went 1 meal a day, then went 48-hour fasts, and now he's on 72-hour fasts. So he eats once every 3 days. And now he's trying to do week-long fasts. But he's noticed a lot of cognitive, like he can focus more, he's not as tired, overall mood improvement, like just feel like doing more things and actually like being productive and stuff. So I don't think I've personally noticed anything, but I'm a little baby faster. I've only done 1 meal a day, and I can barely do 1 meal a day. So it takes some getting used to. It's not bad. Is it bad to start lifting before losing weight? I mean, no. I just personally want to hit my goal weight because I'm gonna weigh more after I build muscle, and I want to see what I weigh after my cut. It's not necessarily bad, but then again, I am not a fitness guru. If you would like to follow some fitness gurus who actually know what the fuck they're talking about, I can suggest some. No. Yeah, you definitely, I will say this, you absolutely need to be getting protein in. It's very, very important, especially if you're fasting, to get your protein in. I can say that confidently. Joshua H on YouTube said, people often don't believe me that I feel more focused throughout the day when intermittent fasting. I've heard that a lot. I don't deny that at all. I know a lot of people that fast that have significant improvements from it, just overall mood too. So I believe it. I love how you guys are just fit chat, fit chat, fit chat. You guys are just like discussing workouts with each other right now. It's beautiful. We stand a healthy chat. Oh, Gabraham, you have been doing the 1 meal a day? It's been helping with your appetite? Spartacus says, well, I couldn't go to the gym during COVID, so I had to build a home gym. Yeah, we're actually planning on building a home gym as well. Abraham said, I tried fasting for a few days and it was interesting, but I don't want to do it all the time. I mean, you don't really need to do it all the time. I do think it could be good for a lot of people, even if you necessarily don't want to lose weight. Just try to like do the discipline thing and train yourself and see if you can do it. I think it's interesting. Neil said, does Asuka lift? No, she is a skinny girl. Have you seen her? She's very slim. There's no way she lifts. Garam Sanders said, I've actually been doing 1 meal a day for a long time. People thought it was weird at work for not eating lunch, but I always feel like I have more energy. Yeah, I would never eat breakfast. I would only eat lunch and dinner. But my problem is, then I would, after dinner, it'd be like an hour, and then I would snack all night. I'd have like Pop-Tarts and shit in my room on my shelves, and a pack of Oreos in there, and all kinds of shit in my room. My mom would like come into my room and be like, why are there 3 empty packages of Pop-Tarts in your room? And they've been here for a long time. And I'd be like, I don't know where those came from. So snacking late at night is definitely my problem, and fasting has helped that a lot. I think. RC Scott said, I used to fast for a day or two, but I was drinking the whole time. Yeah, when I say fasting, I don't mean dry fast. I drink water. Don't fucking dehydrate yourself. Jesus Christ.
Or do it.
I mean, you can do a dry fast, but hydration. Yes, I'm doing a home gym. I've already got advice from somebody who actually knows what they're talking about on what to get for my home gym, where to get it, how much it's probably going to be, and that sort of thing. Shadow, there was one guy that live streamed his 40-day fasting. Oh no. RC Scott said, I was drinking alcohol. You were fasting and drinking alcohol? Oh, you were just drinking alcohol as your food? Oh, that's healthy. Steven, LOL Mac. Okay, guys, last questions, then I'm off. Yeah, I actually need to go. I have some things that I need to do tonight yet, and it's already 9 p.m. So I am actually going to go. SpongeBob narrator, several minutes later. Yeah, I do actually need to pop off of here, but thank you guys for coming to the stream. I'm sorry for screaming in your ear because someone thinks that there are seasons of Hunter x Hunter. There aren't. Just stay comfy. For those of you who are new here, by the way, I stream every Thursday night. Usually sometime in between 7 and 8 Central Time is when I'll start. I go for however long I want to go for. Sometimes I'll stream for an hour, sometimes 2. Depends on what we get to talking about. So thank you everybody for stopping by. I had quite a few people in here tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my regulars. You guys are sweet. And I'll see you guys on Twitter. And if not, then I'll see you guys next week on YouTube and on Periscope as well. So you guys stay comfy. Thanks again.